Welcome back, everyone. Drake Hawkins with you again, and we're back in Factorio. This is episode 127, and I must admit this is the second time trying to do episode 127. Normally don't yammer on about oopses and stuff too much, but I did get a new video card. Hopefully this is nice and crisp and clear for you all. Factorio, I find, is a little chunky when you move. Even what I'm watching, I can't even follow the blur because, you know, all the little things going on, but hopefully it's a little cleaner and crisper for everyone, at least when I'm not moving. Look at that, we are out of space for these. But the reason I had to re-record is, no, just this is only the second time at it, is I decided I would test out OBS as my recording, and I'm total noob when it comes to pretty much everything related to the software related to doing this stuff. I try to make it look, you know, as pro as I can, or as you know, not pro as in I'm amazing, but pro as in, you know, pretty good quality. I like to keep it good for you all, but as it turns out, apparently I took too many walls. As it turns out, hey. Okay, fine, I'll have 5 radars. You can only have 4. As it turns out, I did something wrong with the setup. I know this is definitely not a case where the video card can't handle it, but OBS produced, and I'm not exaggerating, half to 0.25 frames per second when it was rendering here. So basically, yeah, it just died on me, and it acted like it was recording, but I didn't notice the little notes in the bottom. Like OBS has a totally different layout than I'm used to, because I usually use Camtasia, which is what I'm recording with right now. Hey, that was too many. Let's do that many and that many again. But basically what happened was I recorded, and it had a message saying something to do with the well, there was a bunch of errors in the process, right? And so I'm sitting here recording away 30 odd minutes. I gave you a nice long exciting episode, guys, but it's gone, so this one's probably going to be less awesome. Yeah, so it basically ended up being a total fail, and so I got to redo it, which is, you know, less than awesome. But one of the things I did notice in the previous was that this was not functioning properly. Still not functioning properly. Oh, I see. Okay, so these are the 235s. They get on the belt, and they eventually make their way down. And if they don't get picked up, they eventually make their way down and get stuffed in the case at the bottom. I don't know that that's the right way to do this. I'm going to switch this up, and reason is I want to make sure that with this backlog that the 235s don't end up not being used and breaking the system because they aren't being used. There you go. So now when that bright green makes his pretty way down there, are we short on power? No, we're not. There we go. Pretty little thing makes its way down there. It hopefully, there we go. There, that's right. That's what it's supposed to be doing. It should prioritize the dump. This should grab and dump in right away. As soon as this belt moves anywhere, this one should go in first as top priority. So, all right. So yeah, our uranium is way backed up because, again, our issue here is resources that we are not getting enough of. And while I'm talking about that, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna hang out there because there's not much there for circuits. We are short of a lot of things. So one of those things is green circuit, or the the belts and such. So I want to make, basically, I think what I'm going to go do is make I was going to do it all in the reds, but I think what we should do first off is go ahead and make yellow, and then I can always upgrade them later. So even the yellow belts would be far more useful than better use of our resources, I think. So here we go. We've got I don't know, 131 electric drills. We have the power poles. We have a ton of belts. We could probably do with even more belts. Green circuits were for something else, so I'm going to dump those back there, actually. Anybody need circuits? No. There you go. And I don't know who else needs circuits. You guys need circuits? There you go. Okay. Get rid of a few more things here so we can properly move, and then I'm going to go running off over there and get our that'll work there, and that can go there. Yeah, basically what I want to make sure is that we've got the resources to get going here. Steel. Where's the steel belt? I don't even know which one is the steel belt. There it is. Really, I missed one. I had like 5 steel. Drake, you had 5 steel to put on the belt, and you managed to miss it. All right. Yeah, this is fine for now. This is quite fine for now. Somewhere's over here we make these things, and we put them in a container somewhere. Not over there. I don't know where it is. Oh yes, I do. It's up by the science. Right there. There we go. Look at that. I know what I'm doing here. I'm a pro, yo. I'm a pro. Okay. I want to make... I'm going to actually go in between episodes and find the... what are they called? The... blueprints. That's the word that's not working in my brain. The blueprints for... upgrading to, like, for putting in some, like, big time splitters or balancers, and then we can set up a real good, ooh, that was very close. We can set up a real good giant output of iron. So the goal today is to get 6 belts. They'll be yellow, but 6 belts of iron feeding. Really, buddy? Really? You need to go fishing? We're gonna stop and go fishing, are we? How about we take these trees out too then while we're at it, huh? How fast can we go backwards? Same speed? Maybe not. Maybe not smart. Stop spending your time refueling. Stop spending your time dawdling around, Drake. The obsessive needs to repair and collect everything. Okay, now where were we? Go over to the iron, Drake. That's what that's what you're supposed to be doing here. I love running, driving around in my dune buggy. Too far. Too far. You went too far this time, so... Okay. Now, drills. I think we'll probably... Let's bring them off to the right. That seems like it'll be a convenient way to do this. And that means we can't... There is some material in there. So let's do this. For the temporary... like that. And that. Now, we can pop in the power. I like that we can move around behind those. That's convenient. And power for these towers or turrets is great. And then I will just bring the yellow belts out. Nope. How about out instead of back in? And we will keep going. So more of these. That looks lovely. If I miss something, do point it out for me. I will go back and correct it. But I really want to do this as quick as I can muster. I'm not some like macro fast builder or anything, so I want to make this not uber boring for you guys. I know that it sounds dumb because we've spent how many episodes? Like 127 episodes so far, and I think 27 of them have been building. The rest have been some form of trying to fight for our lives. So yeah, maybe you're all as excited as I am about actually having resources. I know it's been a big deal for me, you know. All right, so that's 4 belts there. We're gonna actually combine that. No, you know what? I'm gonna bring it in as 4 separate belts. And the reason is, when I upgrade it to reds, I don't mind the idea of having the extra belts. And maybe even will, Bismarck was commenting, yes please, to doing trains. He also offered to join me for, you know, to come in and help me, teach me how to do it, because yes, this is true, I do not have a clue. Well, I got the basics understood, but that's about as far as I get. And I don't believe I did that. Did I get enough? No, I didn't even bring... Drake, you did this last time you failed to record this episode. I didn't have enough resources then either. Oh well. I didn't pick up undergrounds. I didn't pick up resources for undergrounds. Oh well. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and do this. Actually, I think this one warrants doing the big belt line. Blueprints, bring up our belts. That one, please. And then we'll go up here. And there. Oh, no, that didn't do it. Where are you again? And there. And then we'll go ahead and throw you back in the list. Okay, and these ones I'm actually going to do the corners on my own. What are we waiting for here, guys? We got lots of power. Just get going, get doing and stuff. Alright, now I'm going to help you guys out, shall I? Can't reach. Can't reach. Gotta be able to reach, or you're not being very helpful, Greg. They're still not quick enough to do it, but they're substantially better at it than they were before our last upgrade. And they put things straight, as opposed to me. Oh no! They also follow very bad instructions. Can't blame the computer when the code is wrong. That should be all we needed. Good. Did I leave a car somewhere? Hello, car. Can you come back, please? I need some resources. Oh, hello. Hello, powerless place. Wonderful. Excellent. Indeed. Ooh, running on the belts. We're running on the spot I'm trying to build on. Alright, that connected us to what? That network. Good, there comes our iron. Lovely, lovely times for all. Did I actually set that up right? I think so. I think that's sufficient. Good. And so there's no backup yet because, well, there's a bit of backup. Because, yeah, I didn't put in a splitter, did I? Or is this just, what? Oh, yes, I did. That's where the balancer came into play. Gotcha. This was the original set. Because it was just feeding one of 4 belts. A balancer will not, the balancer I don't think will actually fully feed the belt when it's, when you're actually trying to connect like one source in from like a half-fed belt. I don't think a half-fed belt is going to balance on that balancer. Maybe a full-fed belt would. I don't think a half-fed belt would. Okay, so now we want probably pull this out north. Let's pull it out north. We're going to ignore the copper, and we're not going to gather the copper at all. But I also don't want to overlap any of the copper, so we don't get any bungled up belts that have partials. Oh, see, that was the problem right there. yeah, and let's do this the fast way, shall we? There we go. Alright, now do that right by starting on this side. Alright. And then here, and here, and maybe here. That would be lovely. Let's connect you guys up. Get the juices flowing. There. Oh, that didn't connect. Just random hodgepodge of power poles. Good. Hodgepodge, something. A mess. That's the word I'm looking for. The word is mess. Mess of power poles. Get me a mess of fishing poles. And there, and there, and... Alright, let's see what we can bring in here. I guess we just keep as tight to this as I can. That'll do. I can do that, and then I can do this. Yes, not that far, though. And then we can come up here and do... I can't do that one, so... No, that's too tight. Whoa, autosave. 3 is too much. Yes, unnecessary anyways. Maybe not too much, but that can side feed, and this can come up top, where we will add in more here. Like this, and like this, and this. Good. And there. That's another one feed, and ooh, we are running through these fine machines so quickly. I can do that, actually. And then dry mouth. Talking too much. Yeah, so I recorded like 45 minutes, or 40 minutes, or whatever. I guess it was 36 minutes, I think the timer said when I was done. I was like, huge overload episode, so I'm not going to do that this time. Sorry, you missed your chance, okay? It's OBS's fault. Lame OBS. That's not where I want those. Yes, excellent. That is where I want those. There. And there would be nice. And then there would be beautiful. Thank you, thank you. And then you guys come up here. And then you can come across here. And you can just T-bone into that one, because that's wonderful, too. Yeah, so I recorded like a ton of it, and then it died, and I was sad. I was more like mildly enraged. It wasn't that bad. I didn't rage out too bad this time, guys. But no, it was annoying because it was stupid. I shouldn't have rushed, getting the equipment or getting the testing the software when I was still like unsure how the video card was doing and so on. You don't want to test generally. You don't want to make a whole bunch of changes and then say like, hey, this is how this worked, because really you're too many changed variables sort of scenario. I believe it's pronounced scenario. Those are probably separate. Yeah, that'll be one. How do I make this into 4 belts? Change that to this. Oh no, it has no undergrounds. I will use a red one. And then that's another belt. And then this one can come. Is that that's not 3. What am I doing here? What are you doing, Drake? What are you doing? Let's make that part of this side. That seems mildly reasonable. And then this one can come like this. This baby can come over here. Nope. Let's do this sort of a spielio so it's positioned nicer. And then this one can come here. That'll actually have to do one more. And then this guy... Hey, where are you? That seems a little convoluted, Drake. A little convoluted, don't you think? Very convoluted, Drake. Let me just do this. Silly nonsense guy. We are again running out of time before we get as far as I would like. What a surprise! Hey everybody, I didn't get as much done as I wanted in a YouTube video. What? I've got enough to finish these with reds. I know it's a waste of material, but eventually they'll be upgraded, so the entire system will be upgraded to reds, or we will replace the system and put in a train network. But it's already at this point we're going to want to have the output capacity. And I think we'll bring this over, somewhere over here and connect it up, but maybe, I'll think about it in between episodes, but we have enough time here, or enough resources here to really make a difference. So that is fantastic, fantabulous even. And I think my phone is blowing up because I think I might have left the Discord open on my phone. Speaking of which, if you're interested in joining the conversation behind the game, most of the comments and chat about the game, the content and channel, whatever that I play, most of it doesn't actually end up in on the comments section. It usually ends up in Discord. So really enjoy that the community gets involved in that way. So that's the place to go if you want to be part of the conversation. Also the place to go if you want to be part of the multiplayer sessions that are up and coming. We've already recorded a few of them at the time of this recording. So I'm very eager to get into some... I can fit that there. I'm very eager to get into some actual good solid multiplayering. Up high. There? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of belts here. We got a whole bunch of raw iron coming off. We're going to take it and we're going to meld it into this. So there's going to be all of that jazz. And that'll give me essentially 10 belts. So I'll do probably 5 reds from there up. And then add this as a 6th red. And then from here we'll make a 6-way splitter or whatever we'll make. And then we'll pump it all out over this way. And then this will be awesome again. Yeah. Anyways. So thank you so much for joining me. If you want to get into some multiplayer when it ends up happening, or you're interested in checking out some other content, check out some of the video links at the end of the video here. The new branding for the channel. We are now officially Clan Hawkins. And I'll be putting up some more channel art. I've been working on a lot of that. That's why some of the videos this week may be delayed, because I haven't had time to pre-record on the weekend. I was doing a lot of other stuff on the weekend, in real life stuff, and recording and working on some of the graphics changes. And yeah, working on some of that content. So the end screens aren't quite perfectly the way I want them yet for the other videos. This one is not changing because it, 130 episodes in. Why start changing it now? But yeah, if you want to get into the conversation, hit the Discord link down below of all of my videos. I would love it if you checked out some other content. Maybe there's something else that on the channel that interests you. But otherwise, thanks for joining the clan. And as always, we'll see you in game.